Hello everyone, David Cole here, and welcome to video 6 of our ESL teaching strategy series. Today, we're focusing on engagement and rewards, how to make lessons exciting and encourage participation. Incorporating a lot of praise into your classes helps engage your students, making them more likely to retain the information you're teaching because they were interested in it. I'll go over what, why, and how of engagement, and also cover reward systems and how you can reward your students in class. All right, what is engagement? Well, engagement means capturing students' attention and interest. Engagement in class can be engagement means capturing students' attention and interest. Engagement in class can vary based on your teaching setup, whether you're teaching one-on-one or in a group session or even an entire classroom. For younger students, I like to engage them with a puppet. For younger students, I like to engage them with a puppet. Something simple like even a sock puppet can delight and adore them. But you can also use other things like a stuffed animal. Hello. So it all depends on what your particular preference is. Some teachers like to use the finger puppets. You can get these at IKEA or any kid store. And just pop them up onto the camera. Hello, what's your name? I'm Goose. And then you say, hello, Goose, I'm teacher David. These can help our students come out of their shells, especially the younger students who are not used to talking. If we bring out our sock friend, you can pull it out and say, hello, what's your name? Oh, hi, I'm the Socky. Hi, Saki. I'm teacher David. Hello. All right. So you have things like that. You want to be goofy, over the top. Kids love that stuff. Now, if they're really new, you want to be able to still use all that TPR during this. So that's sometimes where it comes in handy having a stuffed animal to do it with. And when you say, hello, how are you? I'm happy. Yay. Things like that. For lessons involving objects, I can teach like the word plane. Bring out an actual plane. If you're using a PowerPoint style lesson, you can circle or show the plane, but it still helps to have the physical object in your hand if you have one. Again, plane. This is a plane. Yes. Or if we're doing something else like hit, you can do the visual actions. If you have a baseball bat, you can use a real bat and a real ball. I don't like to hit the stuffed animals because that looks like violence. But if you have a ball, you can hold it up and hit it. Things like that. And then you can ask, can you hit? And they love that. All right, so that's another good one. And well, you can start doing this when you're getting to your older students as well, but you can make an engagement come more meaningful, like hold up a map and you can point to locations. Or if you're doing it digitally, you can hold up a map on your screen by going to Google Maps. So in situations like this, I like to point on here, I am here. You can mark where you are. Zoom out. Where are you? A lot of times the students love the fact that I'm not necessarily in America, so I can easily tell them a new country as well. I'm in New Zealand. Where are you? They'll say China. We can go over. I can say, where in China. You circle. And so again, with your older students, this really helps. They can point out to you, you can talk about it, you can zoom in. Sometimes they'll share their screen if you allow them, or on Zoom, you can even let them take over your screen here. But you have a chance to talk to them about all this. I travel a lot, so my older students love to see the distance traveled, so I'll draw a line. I am in New Zealand. I traveled by boat. And things like that. Have you been to New Zealand? Things like that go a long way in helping engage the student and keep them engaged in class. If you're using a geography lesson, you don't necessarily just rely on the landforms or things that are mentioned in your PowerPoint. You can supplement by adding additional screen shares to show them things around the world and zoom in. And then you can show them different pieces by going all the way in, changing the topography of your map to street views or anything. So that really helps. Just make sure you're comfortable and familiar with the different aspects that you can with the different programs that are out there. All right. This is especially effective during lessons on countries. You can ask, what countries do you know? Clip your hand to listen. Wow, where is that? Have them find it on the map. Making connections with students through these methods is memorable and ties the content that they are learning to something personal. Do I plan everything? No. Prospective teachers often ask if I plan out everything I'm going to say and do before class. And the answer is no. And as you get comfortable teaching the material and working with students, you'll be able to go with the flow in class. Engage them by connecting to what they already know. Don't feel like you have to stick strictly to the lessons as written. If your student is keen to learn, expand upon topics to create connections and engagement. Reward systems. Some companies that you might work for, they may require you to use rewards outside of what they offer in the classroom. For example, the company I first worked for, they wanted us to give out 5 stars and points and stuff like this throughout the lesson with an animation that pops up on the screen and it gives them fun stuff. But they also wanted us to use our own supplementary rewards. And this turned out to be really fun. My students loved it. When I first started, I used a lot of Lego figures. I collect them, and I collected Lego figures and separated them into Ziploc bags by type. For instance, Harry Potter characters in one bag, robots in another, ninjas in another, superheroes, and so on. And then I let the students choose which bags to pick from for the lesson. Then they get whatever reward they needed, and they liked. Other rewards, you can, if you have lots of stuffed animals, you can give them a stuffed animal every run. You can, right here, we can give them a different figure. So in this bag here, we have different army figures. So a lot of students might be into the army figures. You can give those out every time. Again, not expensive types of toys are necessary. Just something fun and interesting that they can connect with. And that is the big thing, connect with. Other rewards that aren't physical might be drawing a picture. So you can do a quick thing where every time they do something awesome, we draw a new part. So we start out with one. Yay, you did awesome. We move on to another. Yeah, another. Until they finally finish out with their happy face or whatever. And you can do it on a digital whiteboard or your physical whiteboard, whatever you're comfortable with. Tic-tac-toe is another great one. Sometimes I wait until the very end to give them the actual full reward. They do a great job. We have a few minutes. Let's play a couple of games of tic-tac-toe. It makes it even better when you're using one of the Teachers Together English lessons or something, and at the end they have a tic-tac-toe board. with the vocabulary on there, either the words or the pictures sometimes, and then the student can practice their words while still playing the game. Very fun. So that's just some of the different ways we can do it. Connect your learning by having them pick something. It really helps. If they want to, like younger students, pick a color. If they're unsure because they don't understand the reward system just yet, you can pick one for them and smile and just make it really happy. High fives work really well. I like to exaggerate mine. I hold my hand up, high five. Oh, good one. And they love that. For older students, you can engage rewards that are unique to the student, like those high fives or show and tell. Students love running off screen and grabbing some of their toys to show me. Share your life with them, such as photos from your travels. You can pop that up right on your phone. Have a folder on your phone that has some cool photos on it that you can share. That can also spark conversations. And what's the whole point of learning English if you're not learning to be conversational? So these are fun, and they're still usually helping out with their language. Even if you're showing off a Lego toy, you can name the Harry Potter character. You can name the robot. You can name the superhero, connecting them to pop culture, but also in the English language. All right. So always keep these quick and efficient. Make sure that your reward system doesn't take too long. Quick to the point rewards are key, as the content of the class also takes time. That's why I love when the rewards connect back to the class, such as what I mentioned with those tic-tac-toe lessons that you can find with Teachers Together English. Now, why engage your students? Well, engagement helps students connect with the material, making it memorable and enjoyable. Reward systems play a key role in keeping motivation high. Think of something that you love and that you know a lot about. Cooking, fitness, music, sports, anime, whatever it might be. You know a lot about it because you're interested in it. Engage your students, and making those connections is crucial for sparking their interest. If a student loves Spider-Man, share a Google image search for Spider-Man. You can say, "What do you see?" Yes. "Oh, which Spider-Man do you like?" Draw a circle. Because remember, when you do a Google image search, so many different styles and types would come up, and not just the classic style. So you might even see movie posters for the Spider-Man movies pop up, and the student will circle that, and you can even talk about that. If a student loves playing the guitar or the piano, ask them to play for you at the end of class. One of my students plays the zither, and she's played it several times for me at the end of class, and it's so cool. All right. How to reward these students. So let's start with young learners. Use visual rewards like stickers, toys, or interactive games. Older students, you get that personalized reward like showing travel photos or discussing topics of interest. And quick rewards. Keep these rewards simple and efficient to avoid interrupting the lesson flow. Some rewards that take more time are best used at the end of the lesson. Encourage students to use words to tell you what they're doing. For example, if a student shows you their guitar, you can ask them, "What is that? Is that yours?" "Yes, it's my guitar." "How long have you been playing the guitar?" "I have played for 3 years." You should correct them. "I have been playing the guitar for 3 years." Things like that. And so you can work that in and have a grammar practice as well while they're showing you something that's interesting to them. Yo-yo tricks. If a student likes yo-yos, you can have them show you their yo-yo tricks. Ensure that students master the content and make connections to what they've previously learned. All right, well, thank you for joining me for video number 6 of 10. Check out the previous 5 videos. I'll leave the list in the description box. Now, your task after watching this video is to incorporate a reward system into your next lesson. Reflect on its impact and share your experiences in the comments. Again, our next video, number 7, will cover extending lessons beyond the curriculum into deepening learning. So subscribe to stay updated.